Well, grab your jacket, get your keys, find that record you please. It's Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show. Go, Johnny G, go. Find that rare one you never know at Johnny G's Vinyl Treasure Show.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Vinyl Treasures. I'm your host, Johnny G. John Galindo, coming to you live on this February 28th, 2026 Vinyl Treasure Show, the last day of February. Can't believe tomorrow will be March, but I want to welcome you to the 50s edition of the Vinyl Treasure Show. We will not be getting out of 1957 tonight. I think I got a couple, if I get that far, but there's only like 38 records, I think, or 39 records I have for tonight to play. But I apologize for being late. Right before I came on, I had like a bloody nose, and I've been getting those more often when my blood pressure goes up, as it was. It happened when I was yelling at Barbara last week or the week before, and then it happened tonight. It did too, and I couldn't get it to stop. I think it's like a vein that fills up that needs to be cauterized, but I got to go to the ENT. I got to go for my ears. Of course, my father's got to go, so I got to get that checked out. I was disappointed with him when I went last year because he didn't take care of it. But anyway, that's why I was particularly late. But anyway, and then to top it all off, I had the show all kind of ready to go, and then unfortunately that we lost Neil Sedaka. So I was like, oh gosh, he wrote so many great tunes, and I have to feature some of the records. So I kind of juggled things around. I still have all your requests. So, but we're going to go up until the 1957 block, I think. The last record is his first solo effort we'll close with tonight. So, but anyway, so welcome to the program. We opened up with a request. So, Mike Pareto, that's a record you want to keep on your want list. Mike wasn't sure if he wanted to keep that record on his want list because he never heard it before, but it is a cool record. A group from Newark, New Jersey. I'm sure many of you know them. They were named after a brand of battery. I don't know if they're around anymore, Rayovac batteries possibly. But they recorded for Decca Records back in 1950, also with releases on Jubilee, Josie. And this is they did two on K. Williams' Kaiser label, which was out of Philadelphia. This was their second, a song called Hong Kong, from March of 57, the Rayovacs, an instrumental by them. They were a self-contained group also. Hong Kong is the name of the tune. Now, the members of this group included Lester Harris. He was on drums, Joe Crump on piano, Jackson Flat McQueen on string bass, and Liparte Clink Kinney on saxophone. And that was also directed by Howard Briggs. He was the orchestra leader on lots of the releases on Kaiser Records, some great tunes on that Kaiser record label. So there you go, Mike Pareto, for you. The Rayovacs. Hong Kong is the name of the tune. So let's open it up here. I am going to do a tribute to Neil Sedaka mostly tomorrow, on tomorrow evening's show as we get into 1958 or so, and 59. But I will be featuring, I think when we get to and the biggest blocks tonight are 1955 and 1956. Those are the biggest blocks, and there's some sprinkles of some songs that he wrote. I had some other ones, but I didn't give them to Charlene. Not today, I didn't, but I'll do them tomorrow. And they're interesting records, too, because, of course, Neil Sedaka and Howie Greenfield, great writers there, that lots of their records were covered by or recorded by vocal groups that we feature here on the Saturday night show. So it's an all-50 show tonight. Let's open up with a 1958 release. I always love this record here. I never get tired of it. I haven't played it in a little while, but I like it so much I can play it every day. And this great group out of Cincinnati, Ohio, it's their debut single. I'm featuring it on Jerry Herman's Note label, which was out of Indianapolis, Indiana. And the members were all attending Central High School, and they were called the Students. Now, there was one of the students there at the high school. His name was William Tyrus. He's the one who wrote this tune, actually wrote both sides of this 45, or both sides of this record. And the group traveled to Chicago to record this as Chess Studios. And Jerry Herman made a deal with Chess Records that he would distribute the record. That Chess would distribute the record nationally on its Checker subsidiary, and Jerry Herman would handle the local distribution in Cincinnati, Ohio, which kind of makes this, a more desirable record. It's the rarer piece, of course. Plus, this record sold over and over throughout the years because it was always played on oldies radio. And let's see, it features Leroy King on lead. Leroy King is on lead. This is from July 58. Let's open up the vocal portion with the Students on the Note label. It's called Every Day of the Week. Here we go, folks, the Students.
I wanna love just as long as it's for me.
Yeah, we open up the vocal portion there with the sound of the Students. The Students there, their debut single, that one there on the Note record label out of Cincinnati, Ohio, Every Day of the Week is the name of the tune. That one there from July 1958. Got to ask my Cincinnati listeners out there, do you come across that record out in the wild? Okay, and if you do, where in the area? Because we don't find this record here on the East Coast. We have to get it either out of collections or we buy them from people out of Cincinnati, Ohio. I do see some dealers would list this record for many years that I've been on eBay to buy this 45. But anyway, I like it. I like this record a lot, and I like the flip side's excellent also. Johnny G here on a Saturday. One thing I did know, whenever I wear a darker shirt, my complexion is lighter. It has something to do with the focus on this. I was trying to play around with it to change it around because the camera is right there in front of me. So there must be something I can do with the tint, because when I wear a lighter shirt, that the facial, I look like a ghost tonight is what you're going to say. Where if I wore a lighter shirt, it would have been different. I just noticed that here. Anyway, so you're going to have to bear with me. Johnny G is like a ghost today. But we count down the music chronologically here on the Saturday night show. Now, this is a request for listener Ed Brown in our YouTube chat room. Now, when Ed sent me his requests, he had some there that were not out on a 45 when they first came out. I might have played them on my 78 show. I'm not sure if I played this particular artist. Well, I did play this artist, but I don't know about this particular song. But I had the 45 because Art Roop, okay, it's on the specialty label, reissued. I think the entire catalog was reissued, and multiple times too, by the way. But anyway, so we're going to open up here from 1951, this singer, pianist, composer. This record goes further back than that, but this singer, pianist, composer, and band leader, originally from Seminole, Oklahoma, but he would relocate to San Diego, California, and move to Los Angeles in 1939, first recording for Leon Renee's Excelsior label. And then in 1945, on Excelsior, 1945, did a song called The Honey Dripper. I think it was part one. I think it was. But that did chart. That was a big R&B hit for him. Number 13 on Billboard, number 1 on the R&B chart. But he would sign with Art Roop Specialty Records in 1950 and re-record the song. And Roop issued it in February of 51. It's a song he wrote, and the session musicians on this at the time were Joe Liggins on piano and vocals, Willie Jackson, alto and baritone sax, James Jackson tenor sax, Harold Leonard Grant on guitar, William Cooper on bass, and Nathaniel McFay on the drums. So this one here from February 51 going out to Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat room. Here is Joe Liggins and his Honey Drippers on the specialty record label with The Honey Dripper. Here you go. For Ed Brown. What did I say? Gary McClendon? It's Ed Brown. Sorry about that.
bar. Here's Keller, Johnny Goodbar. Soft, sweet, hot, he's a solid old cat. Really, I'm out of here fat.
Johnny G multitasking here. I gotta freeze the chat room to say hello to the people. You gotta listen. If I missed you, it's not intentional, folks. Johnny G is on a cloud tonight. Well, and not for the good reason. But anyway, there you go. That's a cool tune there. That is the second time around for that tune, though. That one there going out to Ed Brown. Okay, Ed Brown, February 1951. That's Joe Liggins and his Honey Drippers on the Art Group Specialty Records out of Los Angeles, California. Song entitled The Honey Dripper. And I remember I was buying those specialty records from Mike Demersion from Waterbury, Connecticut. Yeah, I think that's where he was from. Or no, not Waterbury, Connecticut. He was from Boston. Water something in in Massachusetts. What was the town? Something Water. Johnny G was just losing his mind today, I have to tell you. But let us continue here. Let's move into 1952. I think, Busta Bass, you mentioned this tune in the chat room there, so we're going to send this one out to you, this singer-pianist from Montgomery, Alabama. His name, Nathaniel Adams Cole. Of course, you know him as Nat King Cole, first recording back in 1941 for the Decca record label as the King Cole Trio. I have some 78s that I'm still looking for down in the No Humidity basement, but he had tons of releases for the Capitol record label, and some with groups, some without groups, but this is Charlene's got his 32nd release on the Capitol record label, okay, and this is the A-side, and this first came out originally in March of 1948, I think, as the King Cole Trio, and then Capitol released it in 1952 with a different flip side. So this is from March of 1952 on the Capitol label, second time around. Mr. Nat King Cole, it's going out to Busta Bass in our YouTube chat room. And you may know this song as done by the Shields, because the Shields recorded this tune. Also, I wonder if anybody else did this. But anyway, let's give a listen to Nat King Cole with the tune Nature Boys, going out to Busta Bass. Here you go.
There was a boy, a very strange, enchanted boy. They say he wandered very far over land and sea. A little shy and sad of eye, but very wise. was he. And then one day, a magic day, he passed my way. And while we spoke of many things, fools and kings, this he said to me. The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return. The greatest thing you'll ever learn is just to love and be loved in return.
There you go. When's the last when's the last time you heard that here on a vocal group show? But listen, we play all kinds of cool music here on the Vinyltreasure show. We got such a big audience. I really have to tell you that I received so many emails this week from people all over the world. I got an email I got from Japan. And I know I have a few, and I know I have Japan people in Japan tuned in because it comes in on my analytics. So we get lots of people tuning into this program. I really have to thank all the listeners to that. I really do. And but sometimes, Johnny G trying to get his collection in order to make it easier. It wasn't easy. I was looking for, and then when I had to find some records for Neil Sedaka. And some I didn't find yet. I have some time tomorrow. And there were some I didn't clean yet, and that's okay because I got time tomorrow to do it. But some things went haywire this afternoon. But anyway, that is a cool tune there. That one there going out to Bust the Bass in our YouTube chat room, March 1952 for that particular release on the Capitol label. Nature Boy was the name of the tune, the great Nat King Cole. Let us continue now. Let's move into 1953 with a request for listener John Cummins. Let's go to Chicago now for this great group on Art Sheridan's Chance record label. They are a favorite here on the program. I'm talking about the Flamingos. Okay, the Flamingos. And this is on the Chance record label. This is their 4th of 6 for Chance. Okay, and they recorded this at their second session. And this was the follow-up to A Golden Teardrops. It features Johnny Carter on lead. Okay, he also wrote the tune from October 53 for John Cummins. Here are the Flamingos on Chance. It's called Plan for Love. Here you go, John, for you, the Flamingos.
Well, you think you're real here, baby, but I got news for you. Well, you think you're real, baby, but I got news for you. Set a plan for our love, and here's what I told you to do. Stop your lying and cheating me, baby, saying you'll leave me here someday. Well, stop your lying and cheating me, baby,
Yeah, that's the great sound of the Flamingos here on the 50s edition of the Vinyltreasure show. That one there, Johnny Carter doing lead. That's their fourth of six for Chance Records. October 1953. Plan for Love is the name of the tune. And I think if you want to call a Chance record more easier to find, the blue and silver of this I think is easier than the yellow and black copy of the Chance label. I think so. I don't know. Then later on, it got really crazy with it later on because I think Art Sheridan really didn't care what they were pressing their records on. So you get like the stock copies were coming out on the white and black label, which was crazy, like for 219 Train, for instance. But anyway, there you go. That one there going out to listener John Cummins. Let's stay in 1953 now. Fill a request for listener Gordy Freeman. This group called the Crickets. You all know the Crickets, another favorite here. Okay, this is on Joe Davis's JD record label out of New York City. And the interesting thing is that Davis sent this song out to Billboard to review it, as not all the record labels did back in the 1950s, but most did, because they wanted to promote their records. So they would have, I guess, these panels that would listen to this stuff and they would kind of rate it. You know, they give it a rating, and they rated this good. Okay. It's the group's first of six on the JD label. It features Dean Barlow on lead from July of 1953. Not easy to find on a 45. Here are the Crickets. Dean Barlow and the Crickets on JD Records. It's called Dreams and Wishes. Here you go, going out to Gordy Freeman, the Crickets.
All my dreams and wishes center all round you. Though, my dear, I know you have found somebody new. Still I dream and wish for the love that we once knew. They say have faith in dreams and wishes, and someday they may come true. come back to me again. How could you leave me when all my dreams and wishes are for you. Wishes are for you.
Yeah, I like that one there in the YouTube chat room. That is the sound of the Crickets, Dean Barlow and the Crickets. That's their first of 6. That one's on the Pink JD record label. Okay, from July of 1953, Dreams and Wishes is the name of the tune. Cool tunes here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. You know, it takes years to try to find these records, especially when you're trying to find them in good condition. It's sometimes very difficult to do, but when you're a young collector, you kind of take anything that you can find, I think. When you don't have the money, that is probably one of the main reasons. But sometimes, you know, later on, you may come into a lot of these records, especially, you know, the prices have kind of dipped down a little bit, I have to say, at least on the early side. So sometimes you can get them pretty reasonable, I'd say. But anyway, it was not so much so 30 years ago, 15, 20 years ago. Anyway, let us continue here. We are in the 1953 block, and we got a classic tune now. Let's by request for Steve B, SMB, in our YouTube chat, another favorite group here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. They hail from Gary, Indiana, and they signed with Vivian Carter's VJ record label. This was their 3rd release, and this is their biggest hit, I guess we can call it. Their biggest hit was a big number 5 R&B hit, and this features James Pookie Hudson on lead. You can get this on red vinyl or black vinyl. This one plays okay. But the record was released multiple times by, I should say, in different variations through the years on VJ Records. This one from December 1953. Let's give a listen to the Spaniels. Pookie Hudson and the Spaniels on VJ Records. It's called Good Night, Sweetheart, Good Night, going out to Steve B in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Steve, for you.
Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart. Good night. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, I really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart. Good night. Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. Baby, I just can't get right. Well, I hate to leave you, baby. Don't mean maybe, because I love you so. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, I really must say, oh, good night, sweetheart. Good night. Your mother, oh, and your father like it if I stay here too long. One kiss in the dark and I'll be going. You know I hate to go. sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. Good night, sweetheart. Well, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, I really must say. Oh, good night, sweetheart. Good night.
Yeah, classics here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there going out to Steve B, SMB, in our YouTube chat from Pookie Hudson and the Spaniels. That one there from December 1953 featured it on red vinyl on the VJ record label. Good night, sweetheart, good night. A big seller for that group there. And the great Spaniels. It's got one more from the year 1953. Got to say hello to Jack Saperstein in New Jersey. And I wish I had a better copy of this record, Jack. I wonder if your copy was clean. I wish I had a cleaner copy of this. Listen, like I said, I try to get clean copies of records, but sometimes they're just very difficult to find. They are. And this was the group's second of two on George Goldner's Rama record label, actually newly formed Rama label in 1953. And this group was managed by Cliff Martinez. And this is directed, the early Ramas directed by Bert Keys, okay? But this one came out in February of 53. I said it was their second release. The group is called the Five Buds. My first one is nice, but not my second one. Well, what do you want for $3 in a bin under a table over in Montvale, New Jersey in the early 80s? These are the Five Buds on Rama Records going out to Jack Saperstein. It's called I Guess It's All Over Now. Here you go, Jack, for you. The Five Buds.
I guess it's all over now. There's nothing left we can mend. I guess it's all over now. I'd be a fool to pretend each little thing that we plan so carefully brings joy to somebody else, but tears to me. How could you forget so soon? Your promise never to part. Did every kiss neath the moon just reach your lips, not your heart? It seems so funny that you would prove untrue somehow. Since you have broken each vow, I guess it's all over now. It seems so funny that you would prove untrue somehow. Since you have broken each vow, I guess it's all over.
Yeah, there you go. That one there going out to listener Jack Saperstein in New Jersey. Now you have to say, this Saturday night show, for those of you that like early rhythm and blues, this is the show for you. It's tomorrow's show, because I'll be back tomorrow. It'll be, I think I'm starting in, well, I will feature a couple things in 56, kind of ease up, but not that many, because I still have some of the we're still going to get to the tribute to Neil Sedaka when I get into the 1956 block. But records or songs that he wrote with his writing partner, Howie Greenfield. But, and then I have some records by Neil Sedaka tomorrow. That'll be tomorrow. It'll start in the late 50s, and we'll go to, I think I'm ending in 1961, I think, for tomorrow's show. But anyway, you're going to get all 50s tonight. And so if you really like the 50s stuff, this is the show for you. Be back tomorrow. And if you do want to get in a request for a future Vinyl Treasure show, email Johnny G. And it doesn't have to be that way, because I like to converse with all my record listeners and all my listeners to the program. So email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com. I forgot even to, well, I'm not going to do it now, because my mother was telling me that the chat sometimes moves too fast. Now, usually it's when I come on normally and then everybody's saying hello, it goes really fast. It's not like any of those, well, listen, this is a very small show compared to those other podcasters that have like 25,000 in their chat room. Not to say that if that got to the point here, that would be like crazy. You know how many requests I would potentially get for 25,000 people tuned into the program, which would be kind of mind-boggling. But anyway, I am a victim of my success, I guess. I don't know, but let us continue. Well, that was the Five Buds, by the way. A great tune there, February 53 for Jack Saperstein. I guess it's all over now on the Rama label. It is not over now. It's not over yet. We'll be out. I was 15 minutes late, but it'll be 3 hours, I promise you. But let us continue now. Let's move into 1954, and let's fill a request for listener John Ronayne. I have to say hello to John Ronayne. I'm glad, John, that you are home, and I hope you are doing well. And I've been playing your records here on the program. We're going to play a flip side request for you. And I featured last week the Five Jets out of Detroit, Michigan. Okay, they recorded 5 on Sid Nathan's deluxe record banner. And last week I played Slow Down, okay, which featured Joe Murphy on lead. On this, let me see here. Features Joe Murphy on lead. Last week played Slow Down for John, written by group member Billy Davis. And this is their 5th release, so what does that mean? Actually, Billy Davis wrote this side, yes. December 1954. Let's give a listen to the Five Jets on deluxe. This is a rough copy. This is a rough copy, so I apologize in advance. Okay, go eat your bacon, Ralph. December 54, going out to John Ronayne. Here are the Five Jets with Please Love Me Baby. Here you go, John, for you.
Well, love, 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 love me, baby. Well, love, 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 love me. Well, please love me, baby. Give me one more chance. Please love me, baby. Give me one more chance. Oh, baby, think hard. Hey, my dog, man.
That is a swinging tune, folks. I really got to say. I like that kind of swing. I try to, so listen, I take all your requests and I try to mix and match them to have try to have a nice ebb and flow here. I don't like, for me personally, I don't like to have a lot of slow ones together or a lot of fast ones together. I kind of mix and match the tempos. I think, not that I want to pat myself on the back, but I do that on the Wednesday show, and I don't have it a preset. This show I have preset because I play it, and Charlene hates it. Charlene hates the Wednesday show because it's not preset. So that's why you see me scrambling back and forth looking at paid papers to try to find which one goes which one might sound better. But I have them already all programmed for tonight. That's how I do it. But anyway, that's a cool tune. We'll send that one out to John Ronayne. Okay, a great tune, the Five Jets there, December 1954. That is a song entitled Please Love Me Baby, on the Deluxe, Sid Nathan's Deluxe Records. And we are in the 1954 block. Let's fill a request for listener Karen Efron in our YouTube chat. And this is a rare 45. I played the flip side of this. I forget for who, because Charlene doesn't have it here. Now, this group hails from Pasadena, California. They formed at John Muir High School in 1954. This is their debut single, which actually kicked off this label. This label owned by Ned Herstam and Gordon Wolfe. It was called the Kicks label. And this tune, written by group members, Chester Pipkin was in this. Of course, he was in other groups in the 1960s, and Lee Goudreau. He was also, they are both doing a duet lead on this, okay? And this is from October of 1954. Let's give a listen to the Squires. The Squires on Kicks Records, going out to Karen Efron in our YouTube chat room. The song is called A Dream Come True. Here you go, Karen, for you.
Shine down with all of its splendor, and to you my heart I surrender. Your lips were so warm when you kissed me and held me in your arms. Held me in your arms, the stars that shine so brightly up above. Tells me a story, the story of love. So kiss me again and make me thrill once more.
That night, dear, it was quite a thrill. I could hardly believe that it was real. So just kiss me once again.
I hope this love will never end. All of my life I've wanted someone like you, and now that I have you, I can't believe it's true. Let's go off together and make this a dream come true.
those are the Squires there. The Squires on the Chics record label. And that one there out of California, October 1954 release, song entitled A Dream Come True. That one there going out to a listener, Karen Efron, in our YouTube chat room, of course. What else we have? This group would record as the Blue Jays. Okay, I think a little later on here, record as the Blue Jays on Larry Mead's Budget Dig record label. They're like it was kind of like a budget EP thing where they were covering song hits of the day, and I still need one of those. I think there were 3, if I'm not mistaken, that the Blue Jays were on, of course, and they would also continue on as the Squires on Mead's Mambo and Vita labels. And note 2 members of this group, Don Bowman and Dewey Terry, they would record as the duo Don and Dewey for the Specialty record label. And that who told me this? Jerry Diaz would call me on the phone and try to sell me these 4-figure records. I think this was a low 4-figure record on this 45. I don't know. Don't remember, but I have it in my notes. Anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. We are in the 1954 block. Let's stay out in California, out of Los Angeles, California now. And this is Early Platters on Sid Nathan's Federal record label. This is a request for, I think, Bill Sheriff. And I'm looking here. I want to make sure I have this right. But no, it's not mentioned. But this is going out to Bill Sheriff. They had 9 releases on the Federal record label. This was their 3rd. Okay, now this doesn't feature Tony Williams on lead. This features the bass of the group. His name was Herb Reed. Now, Herb Reed, he was the one that was keeping the group alive for all the years. I mean, after their Music Corps years, of course. But they would record, I think, with other group members out on the oldies circuit for many, many years. And I think they continued even after that. But this song dates back to 1917 as done by Hubert Eisendel on the Columbia label. This is from April of 1954, going out to Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room. Here are the Platters with Roses of Picardy. Here you go, Bill, for you.
Mop, mop, moppity mop. Mop, mop, moppity mop.
Roses are shining in Piccadilly, in the blush of the sweet morning dew.
Pretty, pretty there for me.
Roses are blooming in Piccadilly, but there's never a rose like you.
What's the matter? Come on, smell those roses.
Met I in the summertime, and the rose may be so far apart, but there's one rose that died, not in Piccadilly. That's the rose that I keep in my heart.
See the little roses bloom, rose for honeymoon. Wish it was a happy groove, going on honeymoon.
Roses are blooming in Piccadilly, but there's never, never, never a rose like you.
Oh yes, it's true. Roses live and roses die. Lovers laugh and lovers cry. Wish you knew the reason why. There's no love for you and I. But there's one rose that dies, not in Piccadilly. That's the rose that I keep in my heart.
But there's one rose that dies, not in Piccadilly. That's for roses I keep in my heart.
Wow, shows you where Johnny G knows his place is Piccadilly is how that's. See, I wouldn't look at it that way, but that's how they say it. Piccadilly. They said Piccadilly. It looks like Picardy. I don't listen. I just say, call it like I see it. But there you go. That one there going out to Bill Sheriff in our YouTube chat room, April 1954, The Sound of the Platters. You did hear Tony Williams in there toward the end there, but that's mostly Herb Reed, the bass on lead, on the Federal record label, Roses of Picardy. This is what they said. But anyway, so those of you that are, now that I kind of changed the format a little bit, if you ever want to know when your request is coming up, you can ask Charlene in the chat room, and she'll tell you when your request is coming up, because a lot of people send me multiple requests. Now, if you know that you're going to be sending me some early 1950s, then you know you can be in suspense, because, well, some people only send me one request, but other people send me multiple requests, and that is the best way. But anyway, let us continue now, and let's fill a request now for listeners Frank and Jerry Gingaro in our YouTube chat as we go back to Philadelphia, okay, for the Eddie Carter and the Carter Rays. And I think I just played them last week for Karen Efron, if I'm not mistaken. Was it last week or the week before, maybe? I don't remember. But this one's on this one is on Bernie Lowe's Sound Records, okay, and Eddie Carter, he's the pianist, Harold Cade on drums, Elvie Hill on guitar, and Percy Joel on bass, and they're all mostly singing together on this one here. Now, this is a styrene press. It's interesting, all different types of presses on this sound label. But anyway, from November 1954, for Frank and Jerry Gingaro, the Eddie Carter and the Carter Rays on the Sound record label. It's called Ooh Baby. Here you go, Frank, for you.
Ever since you went away, I remember your charm. So baby, please don't stay away. Hurry right back to my arms. Oh, I love you, baby. Like the heart kiss you, baby. Oh, it's great to be in love. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Ever since you went away, I remember your charm. So, baby, please don't stay away. Hurry right back to my arms. Oh, I love you, baby. Like the heart kiss you, baby. Oh, it's great to be in love, love, love. It's great to be in love.
There you go. That's the sound of the Eddie Carter. Lost my place. Eddie Carter and his Carter Rays. That one there on the Sound record label, song entitled Ooh Baby from November of 1954. What is going on here with this thing? There you go. And that one there going out to Frank and Jerry Gingaro in our YouTube chat. Of course, Frank Gingaro, he is one of the co-hosts of the R&B Serenade, along with Gordon Skagberg. They will be live tomorrow afternoon beginning at 3 p.m., 3 to 5 p.m., out of Radio Hofstra, WRHU, 88.7 FM on your dial. Also streaming live on WRHU.org. Frank and Gordon will be doing a live show tomorrow, so you want to tune in there. They'll be playing similar music to what Johnny G plays here, and they also take requests also. But also, I wanted to mention, I neglected to mention because I had it in the, I had the magazine for a while, as Frank Chingaro is a writer for the Echoes of the Past magazine, the quarterly magazine that came out. I think I got it. I think last week. I got it early last week, and you want to check out the articles in the magazine. And Frank has been doing these articles on Wayne Shirley. Okay, so you want to check it out here. Let's see here. I'll show you. Here you go. It's the Wayne Shirley Files. Well, it says Who Knew? Wayne Shirley Files Part 2. You want to check it out here. And it's got got some articles about Lama Rama Ding Dong that you might want to listen to. He's got pictures and whatnot. You can see pictures of the group and the records there. And also, okay, there is actually a picture of Wayne and Don Folletti. Don Folletti. Is that you in the picture there? There you go. Wayne and Don. And wait, we got other articles in here too. Listener to the program, Bob Bosco. Okay, I got a record. I found that Playboys on Rainbow, Bob, for you. I'm going to feature it. He's got an article here on the Carroll Brothers, everything you wanted to know about the Carroll Brothers. They started back in the 1950s. There's pictures of that. Bob knows a lot about the Philadelphia scene. There you go. There's Jerry Blavitt there. You can check it out. And let's see, there's another article here. Hold on a second, folks. Totally doing this on the fly. And they got like discographies. Here you go. Here's Steve Probst has an article here. Who won the war of the budget labels? There you go. He's got a picture of the Tops label. A lot of people collect those. And listen, some of the records are good on those budget labels too, folks, by the way. And there's also some regular features in here also, but you want to check it out. It's Echoes of the Past magazine. If you want to, you can subscribe to the magazine. Tell them Johnny G sent you. Editor is Bob Belniak, of course, and there is a... It's got 1 year subscription here in the U.S. is $20.99, and also a 2 year is $37.98. I just renewed mine for 2 years to kind of save on that. And you can email Echoes of the Past. You can email Bob at echoes.past@yahoo.com, and it also sends out to Canada. Okay, there are rates for Canada and overseas also, so you should check it out. It's got here in Spain, it's got here Canada, and it comes out in March, June, September, and December, and they accept checks and PayPal. There you go, so check it out. Tell them Johnny G told you about this magazine. Here you go. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill a request now for Tommy Albergo in our YouTube chat. And I pulled this record out for you, Tommy, a couple weeks ago, and I couldn't find it again. See, the problem with a record collector like myself, I will pull out records and I'll put them on a box or on the side, and then I go and do something else because I am multitasking, okay, for all the shows that I do, and sometimes I misplace them. They get like shuffled in or whatever, but I found it, okay? I found this for Tommy Albergo, and this group called the Trineers. Now, you may recognize the song because this was a hit for Bill Haley and the Comets in November of 1955, but Haley wrote the song originally for the Esquire Boys, who had the first version back in 1952. Then in 1954, it was re-released on the Guidon record label, and the version, let me see, probably this version came out because of that 1954 version, and let's see, this is from March of 1954. Let's just give it a spin. The Trineers on OK Records for Tommy Albergo and their rendition of the tune Rock a Beatin' Boogie. Here you go. Tommy, for you.
You take a rock, you take a beat, you take a boogie, you make it sweet. You get the rock a beatin' boogie, you see. rocking to the rhythm of the rock-a-beatin' boogie, shaking to the rhythm of the rock-a-beatin' boogie, shuffle to the rhythm of the rock-a-beatin' boogie, rocking to the rhythm of the rock-a-beatin' boogie, singing to the rhythm of the rock-a-beatin' boogie, B-O-O-G-I-E, boogie. You gotta jump and realize you do the rock-a-beatin' boogie, you see. Rock-a-beatin' boogie, B-O-O-G-I-E. Well, I'm rocking to the rhythm of the rock-a-beatin' boogie, shaking to the rhythm of the rock-a-beatin' boogie, shuffling to the rhythm of the rock-a-beatin' boogie, rocking to the rhythm of the rock-a-beatin' boogie, singing to the rhythm of the rock-a-beatin' boogie, B-O-O-G-I-E. You take a beat, double O, and a G-I-E. It's the rock-a-beatin' boogie, you see. Rock-a-beatin' boogie, B-O-O-G-I-E. Boogie!
There you go. That one there going out to listener Tommy Albergo. Now, the sax player on that alto sax player, that was Don Hill. He was doing the sax there, and it was Claude Trineer. He was the lead singer on that. That one there from March 1954. The Trineers going out to Tommy Albergo in our YouTube chat room. Rock-a-beatin' boogie on OK Records. Of course, Bill Haley in the comments also had the hit with that tune. Johnny G here on a Saturday. If you are new to this program, please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. We keep on getting new subscribers here to the program. Tell your friends about this live show. Nobody does what Johnny G does. You can ask you could ask Paul Greco on that. He tells me that all the time. But let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Fill a request now for Gary McClendon in our YouTube chat. And of course, this singer hails from Cleveland, Ohio, began singing in the late 40s as Little Jimmy Scott, and he recorded for many different labels during his career. He has a number of them on the Herman Lubinsky's Savoy record label, and Gary requested his second of 8, okay, on Savoy. This tune written by Richard A. Whiting, Walter Bullock. This song was first done back in 1936 by Guy Lombardo and his Royal Canadians with a vocal by Carmen Lombardo. It was on Victor Records, but let's go listen to this version. Came out in March of 1955, going out to Gary McClendon, Mr. Jimmy Scott on Savoy. It's called When Did You Leave Heaven? Here you go, Gary, for you, Jimmy Scott.
When did you leave heaven? Why did they let you go? How's everything in heaven? I'd like to know. Why did you trade heaven for all these earthly things? Where did you leave your halo? Where did you lose your wings?
sin. Will let me see. Can you get back in? I am only human, but you are so divine. When did you leave heaven? Angel when did you leave heaven?
Well, I know my mother liked that tune. I will tell you that much. I know her style. She likes that record. There you go. That one there by request for Gary McClendon. Gary, where you hearing these records? You picked that one up out in the wild? Good for you if you did. There, March 1955. That's the sound of Jimmy Scott here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. One of his second of 8 on the Savoy record label. When Did You Leave Heaven? His rendition of that tune. I like that record. Nice and mellow to get you in the mood here for the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let us continue now. We are in 1955. I got a Collector's Corner record coming up in this block also. It's next. But this is a request for Amy King in our YouTube chat. Amy is Johnny G's chat moderator, and she requested this cool group out of Chicago. They had 4 releases on Leonard Allen's States record label. This was their first, a tune co-written by the lead singer of the group. His name is Dallas Ellis and Al Smitty Smith. Now, this was the group's biggest hit and probably the biggest seller on the label for Leonard Allen. This was a big number 10 R&B hit for them, and this was a number 4 record if you were listening to WRRR in Dallas, Texas. This is from January of 1955. This is going out to Amy King in our YouTube chat. And here are the Dandelers. The Dandelers on States. The song is called Chop, 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 Boom is the name of the tune, going out to Amy King. Here you go, Amy, for you.
Lord, 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 it's on a man all the time that chop-chop-boom, come on, oh, well, my baby's always saying that chop-chop-boom, but Lord, I can't stand it, gonna leave here so, the count funny knows I can't take it no more, gonna get in my hat, Lord, and hit the door. I had a talk with my baby, Lord, I tried to find out just what the chopping song was all about. My baby wouldn't tell me, but this she said, you know it always reminds me of a busted head. Chop, chop, boom, but when we go out walking like a 2-folk should, just about the time that I'm feeling good, she meets a friend, she calls her Bessie May. Then they get together, you will hear them say, chop, chop, boom, chop, chop, boom, chop, chop, boom. She was doing me wrong. Tell her they started
love that song. Chop chop boom, chop chop boom. Well, my baby's gone and left me. I think I know why. I bet Case has told her a lie. Now they're gone home just to hum me that tune, and I'm left sad with that chop chop boom, chop chop boom, chop chop boom. Lord, 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 it's all a man, all the time. Chop chop boom, 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 chop chop boom.
That one there by request for Amy King in our YouTube chat room, the debut single for a group called the Dandelers. They're out of Chicago, January 55 on Leonard Allen's States record label. Chop Chop Boom is the name of the tune. That one there with the Dallas Tailor on lead. Let us continue here in 1955. As I mentioned on every show, Johnny G will try to do a Collector Corner 45. I know some of you picked some Collector Corner records tonight already, okay, and there's some coming up also, but this will be the Collector Corner that I picked out. Of course, this group on the first recording as the Inspirators, okay, the Inspirators on the Treat record label. Now, with their second release, for some reason, they changed their name to the Five Stars. Now, the lead singer on this, his name is Cleo Perry, and this is a great record, great two-sided 45, by the way, and a hard record to find. Greg Zurich sold me this many, many years ago. From June of 1955, our Collector Corner of record of the week is the Five Stars on Treat, and the song is called We Danced in the Moonlight. Here you go, the Five Stars.
We danced in the moonlight, kissed in the dark. Now that you're leaving, you're breaking my heart. But if you ever go, I will be faithful to you.
There you go. That is the Collector Corner of the Week, record of the week, I guess. Although we always have Collector Corner records here on the program that my listeners request here. So I want to thank everybody for that. But I'll just add one to either this show or the Saturday or the Sunday show, but it happened to be on this show. That is a great listen. I just love Cleo Perry is great. No matter who, great vocalist, I say. I love his Old Town record, too, by the way. But there you go, the 5 Stars, a.k.a. the Inspirators. That one there from June 1955 on the Treat record label, We Danced in the Moonlight. Of course, I mentioned their final release, Starlight Tonight, a great record that they do on High Weiss's Old Town record label. We are in the 1955 block. Let's fill a request for listener Record Ralph in our YouTube chat room. As you go back to Sid Nathan's King record label for this group, they had a slew of releases for the King record label between 1954 and 1960. Of course, their biggest hit was a song called 17, was a big hit. Now, the group was known as Boyd Bennett and his Rockets, okay? And the vocal was not Boyd Bennett. Most of the vocals, well, there were other vocalists. Most of the vocals, especially the earlier sides, were done by someone by the name of James Jim Musey. I think that's how you say it. Or Mawsey, there are different spellings of it or whatever, but he's the vocal on 17 and also the vocal on this and others, but he went by the name of Big Mo, and when I say that he was big, he was very big. He was 425 pounds, and that's a big guy. Thank goodness I was never that big. Far from that size. But anyway, he also played trumpet for the group, but he is doing vocals on this. Okay, and it's from September of 1955. Here is Boyd Bennett and his Rockets by request going for Record Ralph with Big Mo on lead. Well, thank you, Big Dave. So I said it right. M-U-Z-E-Y, James Jim Musey. This is Big Mo. The song is called My Boy Flat Top. This is going out to Record Ralph. Here you go, Ralph, for you.
Young and strong, his top is flat. Cool haircut, never wears a hat. I don't mean maybe he's a real hip cat. My boy, flat top. Big broad shoulders, manly pips. Dreamy eyes, really crazy lips. When he shouts, hey baby, well the girls they flip. My boy, flat top. I'm telling you that snazzy guy really sends you my, oh my. He's the most the dreamers go. You ought to see him rock and roll. Got no dough, but just a nod. Gets the girls, though it may seem odd. He's a real smooth lover in his old hot rod. My boy, flat top. Young and strong, his top is flat. Cool haircut, never wears a hat. I don't mean maybe he's a real hip cat. My boy, flat top. Big broad shoulders, manly pips. Dreamy eyes, really crazy lips. When he shouts, hey baby, well the girls they flip. My boy, flat top. I'm telling you that snazzy guy really sends you my, oh my. He's the most the dreamers go. You ought to see him rock and roll. Got no dough, but just a nod. Gets the girls, though it may seem odd. He's a real smooth lover in his old hot rod. My boy, my boy, my boy, flat top.
There you go. That one there going out to Record Ralph in our YouTube chat room. That's the sound of Boyd Bennett. Boyd Bennett and his Rockets from September 1955 on Sid Nathan's King record label. My Boy Flat Top. Okay, I don't know. I'm not going to tell you what Johnny G is thinking. But anyway, that features Big Mo. Big Mo, 425-pound Big Mo. I said it right. James Jim Musey was his name. Let us continue now. We are on the night. Said 1955 is the biggest block. We got a flip side request now coming in for listener Daryl Letts. Now, last week, I featured this group on Sid Nathan's Federal record label. They were known as the Californians, and I played it for Bill Sheriff. The song was called Heavenly Ruby, and Daryl Letts requested the flip side. Okay, and this is with the Johnny Otis Orchestra. You're going to hear Jesse Belvin on the bridge. This is from July of 1955. Here are the Californians. Californians on Federal Records. The song is called My Angel, going out to listener Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Daryl, for you.
My angel has gone away. My angel.
There you go, those sound of the Californians. Californians here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there going out to listener Daryl Letts in our YouTube chat room. July 55 release. My Angel is the name of that one. That's on Sid Nathan's Federal record label. We are in the 1955 block. Let's fill a request now for Anthony Russo in our YouTube chat room. This one came out on Woody Hinderling's Bullseye record label out of New York City, and the group included Edward Drummond Jr., Donald Champ Early, Jim Gilliam, Richard Gregory, and Raymond Juicy Stevenson. Collectively, they were known as the Sabres. This one here from December of 1955. Not an easy 45 to find, a hard one on the Bullseye label. Here are the Sabres with You Can Depend on Me, going out to Anthony Russo in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Anthony, for you.
Although you say we're through, I will do it slow.
I must confess. I'll be lonely, I'll be lonely, I'll be oh so blue. If you ever need a friend, I'll be yours until the end. Oh, darling, you can depend on me. I'll be lonely, I'll be oh so blue. If you ever need a friend, I'll be yours until the end. Oh, darling, you can depend on me.
There you go. That's not an easy record to find there. Those are the Sabres. Whoops, the Sabres there on the Bullseye record label. That one there released in December of 1955. You Can Depend on Me. That one there going out to listener Anthony Russo in our YouTube chat. And if you do have a request, you can email Johnny G at vinyltreasures@aol.com for a future program. And I don't know about getting them in for tomorrow. Sometimes I can if they are, again, because we'll have 1957 through 61 for tomorrow evening's show, not afternoon show. But anyway, and again, I will be back on Wednesday. I got to make some doctor's appointments, not for me, although I should make them for me, but for my parents. They got to go for some kind of checkups and whatnot for the doctors, but we got to do that. It's just a normal checkup. And anyway, so got a busy week coming up here. And I hope we don't have any more snow. It was nice and warm today. It says temperatures to drop. Great. Anyway, but let us continue here. We are in the 1955 block. Let's fill a request for listener Nat Papagallo, listening down in Naples, Florida, and he wants to dedicate this tune to all the listeners of the Vinyl Treasure Show. You all know this group. They formed at Inglewood High School in Chicago. This was their 5th of 11 for Vivian Carter's VJ record label, and this is the flip side. No, it's not. That is not correct. Okay, this is actually the B-side. This is the flip side of I'll Be Forever Loving You, not this song. Okay, it features Perkle Moses on lead. This is with Al Smith and the orchestra. And Nat, do you have this in your jukebox? I would bet you do. From November of 1955, here are the Dorados. The Dorados on the VJ label, and the tune is called I Began to Realize, and it is the truth. Here you go, Nat, for you, the Dorados.
I stood in the chapel with my head bowed down to give thanks to the Lord for the comfort I found. I thank you, oh Lord, for a mother so kind and true, and a father too. As I stood in the chapel, I began to realize, what I never did before. I never gave myself to you.
Yeah, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. What you want that record when you want that record on a promo or a West Coast copy. I don't think that is. I don't think that was Big Dave. Did you see the print on that one there? But there you go. That is the B-side to I'll Be Forever Loving You. That's Perkle Moses on lead with the El Dorados, November 1955, going out to Nat Papagallo. I Began to Realize is the name of the tune. Let us continue now. And this would qualify for a Collector Corner record, but Mike Sape beat Johnny G to the punch. Okay. And believe it or not, I got this record off of eBay because the guy was out of Norfolk, Virginia. So he had it at a Buy It Now. Okay, it was 4 figures, and I'm talking about 1990 something, 99 or whatever. I bought this record, and he was going to donate it to the museum there. There's some kind of music museum or whatever. He sent me the article about this group. I was supposed to give it to Braden McCallow because he was supposed to, I didn't find it. When I find it, it's somewhere in my stash of stuff. Probably my records. I keep all, not records, but papers of every record that I purchased at a record shop, at a record store, on eBay or wherever. So I keep all those. I really need to scan them because it's too much paper. But anyway, so he was really nice, and because I think I got it at a great price because this record is impossible. Sal Artigliano bought this record. It was a trashed copy, and he spent so much money on it. But anyway, this is a request for Mike Sape, and he wants to send it out to all the lovers of crying songs. Okay, anyway. Okay, this is on Frank Guida's F&D label. Of course, Frank Guida also owned the LeGrand label, of course, first operating out of Norfolk, Virginia. And Mike requested this group called the Chics. Okay, so this was one of the records driving me crazy because on my list it was spelled wrong. Normally, you would think you would normally what you learn in school, that I comes before E, but not so on the spelling of this, and I file my records exactly as they are. So I was like flipping out trying to look for this record. I said, I haven't played this in well over a year. It's got to be filed. So I said, wait a minute, it's not correct on this sheet. So anyway, that was one of the problems today. But anyway, this is from January of 55. It's on the F&D record label. The lead singer on this, his name is Kenneth Kimball. He's doing lead, and the writer is kind of odd. The writer is, it's so weird. It's spelled Adiug. How do you pronounce that? Well, anyway, that is Guida spelled backwards. So how creative these record label owners would be. But anyway, January 1955, by request for Mike Sape, sending it out to all the lovers of crying songs. Here are the Chics on F&D. It's called Baby, Don't You Cry. Here you go, Mike, for you.
Baby, don't you cry. Wipe your tears so darling. Baby, don't you cry. Wipe your tears so darling. Your daddy's coming back tonight. Oh, pretty baby, what do you do right? Baby, don't you cry. Wipe your tears so darling. Baby, don't you cry. Wipe your tears so darling. Your daddy's coming back tonight. Oh, pretty baby, what do you do? I'm gonna try you one more time, just to ease my mind. Daddy's coming back tonight. Oh, pretty baby, want you to do right. Baby, don't you cry. Wipe your tears so darling. Baby, don't you cry. Wipe your tears so darling. Daddy's coming back tonight. Oh, pretty baby, want you to do right.
Yeah, there you go. That qualifies. Well, listen, I could always play the flip side of that record. Unless Daryl requests it, I don't know. But there you go, the sound of the Chics there, spelled Sheiks, the Chics there, from January 55 on Frank Guida's F&D record label, and that is with Kenneth Kimball on lead, echo and all. Yes, Ed Brown. The Chics with Baby Don't You Cry. And it was fun. When I was talking to the guy, he said to me that he bought this in the record store when it was played on the radio in Norfolk, Virginia. And of course, that was local, of course, to this label, F&D Records. Johnny G here on a Saturday. I'm your Saturday night DJ. Mark your calendars. I'll be back tomorrow beginning at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to continue with the show as we'll pick up where we left off. Remember, I'm going to do a tribute to the late Neil Sedaka, who we just lost at 86 years old. But I have some songs coming up in the next block that are really cool records that he wrote. And I do, but let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request now for listener Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room. Now, this is the debut single, although this, I don't know if this was the side, because I think Alan Freed played the flip side of this. This single, their debut single for this group out of High Point, North Carolina. They had 6 releases for Bess Berman's Apollo Records out of New York City. And this side features the baritone of the group doing lead. His name was William Samuels. And he is the brother-in-law of Loman Pauling of the Five Royales. And this is the group's first of 5 on Apollo from March 55. For Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat room, here are the Kasanovas. Kasanovas with Are You For Real? Here you go, Big Dave, for you.
You told me his name was Jack, your name is Jill. Tell me, pretty baby, are you real? Told me that the deal was real, so real, and that you were out for thrill. For thrill. Yes, you told me that you loved me, and I thought that the deal was real. So, baby, I need your love. 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 Swear by the stars above. So, baby, I need your love. 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 Swear by the stars above. So darling, forget about Jack. Remember this Jill. If you can really love me, then I know the deal is real. Jack told me that the deal was real, so real, and that you were down for thrill. For thrill. Yes, you told me that you love me. Now I know that the deal is real. So, baby, I need your love. 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 Swear by the stars above.
Yeah, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there by the Kasanovas. Kasanovas on the Apollo record label, March 1955. That's the flip side of That's All. I just want that would be a record that I would think Alan Freed would play. I know he played That's All because I heard a what do you call it, an air check of him introducing that record on his top 10 possibly. But those are the Kasanovas, and that one there featuring William Samuels on lead. Are You For Real is the name of the tune, going out to Big Dave Swinger in our YouTube chat. And yes, these records are for real. I am your host, DJ Johnny G. This is our second show of the week. I'll be back tomorrow for the third show of the week. We will continue with counting down the music here. We do it by year. We are in the 1955 block. This is the biggest block. It always gets harder and harder for me to find records for John Engstrom, and usually it's because the ones left on his list, I don't want to say they're only average records, because this is actually a pretty cool record, I have to say. And it's been in the collection for a long, long time, but it was a missing number that John needed. This is a girl trio, okay, from California. They formed back in 1950. Okay, they were all sisters, Patrice, Beverly, and Shirley Tobiasen, okay? And first recording back in 1954 on the Eureka label, but they would sign with Capitol Records for 4 releases. I know I saw 2 that I had by this group, and this was the group's second release. Now they're doing a song originally done, written and recorded first by Ivory Joe Hunter. He did it first back in 1950 for MGM Records, and he would re-record it for Atlantic Records. Okay. But this is from June of 55. This is by request for John Engstrom. Here are the Tailor Maids, Taylor, 2 words, the Tailor Maids on Capitol Records, and their rendition of the tune, I Almost Lost My Mind, for John Engstrom. Here you go, John, for you.
Gypsy and had my fortune read. Went to see a gypsy and had my fortune read. I hung my head in sorrow when she said what she said. I can tell you people, the news was not so good. Well, I can tell you people, the news was not so good. She said your baby has quit you. This time he's gone for good. Lost my mind.
There you go, Johnny G getting caught here for the first time. You think it would be more than that for tonight. But anyway, there you go. That is the sound of the Tailor Maids. I never played that here on the program before. Of course, I got thousands and thousands of records on the Columbia record label, and that was one of them there. June 1955, going out to John Engstrom, the Tailor Maids on Capitol Records, their rendition of the tune, I Almost Lost My Mind. Okay, and they're saying Thurl, what's his name? Gonna go back here and see. Who mentioned that? Hold on a second. Yeah, Thurl Ravenscroft, the deep bass is on that. It did sound like him. It really did. But anyway, so Big Dave will clarify. We'll find out. But anyway, hope you're digging on the tunes. If you are, please give Johnny G a thumbs up. Tell your friends about this program. You can sit back in the privacy of your own home in your living room. Lots of people watching Johnny G on their TV, which is a cool thing. How do my records look on your TV? I hope you can read them, and they sound pretty good. But anyway, let us continue here, and let's fill a request for a new listener here to the program, or maybe was listening for a while, just communicating with Johnny G, David Fields, and he has a YouTube website you should check out called Vinyl Nostalgia. That is his YouTube site. He's a record collector from the Louisville, Kentucky area and the surrounding areas, and we've been communicating back and forth about records from Louisville, Kentucky, and I do have some and things he's looking for, but he sent Johnny G some requests, and you can check out, he plays his originals. You can check out, and he's got it all set up pretty cool. It's Vinyl Nostalgia, so welcome, David Fields. And he requested the Moroccos. Okay, now Solly McElroy would leave the Flamingos to become a member of the Moroccos, and they recorded for Leonard Allen's United record label out of Chicago. Okay, and let's see, this one features Ralph Vernon on lead, and Solly does lead, I think, on the flip side, which is Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I think that's the flip of this. But this is from November of 1955. It's going out to listener David Fields. Here are the Moroccos on United. It's called Red Hots. I don't know if I guess I can deal with the Red Hots. I don't know about the Chili Mac. Here are Red Hots and Chili Mac going out to David Fields, the Moroccos. Here you go.
Red hot,
Chili Mac,
red hot,
Chili Mac,
red hot,
Chili Mac, red fry.
Well, if you're over in Chicago, Jack, and you wanna get yourself a real gar snack, but with an extra buck, and then you can rack 'em back on the red hot French fries
and Chili Mac.
So eating in a joint in comes a cat, dressed to a T and sharp as a tack. Don't be surprised if you hear him holler Jack. Red hot French fries
and Chili Mac.
I took my vacation in Southwest PA, had to catch a plane right back.
I went all over town, looked at everything,
but I couldn't find my red hots
and Chili Mac. Oh, when my girl says she wants to eat, she talks about a chicken shack.
I said, oh, wake up, where we can go there. I want a red hot French fries
and Chili Mac. Oh, when I'm on a liner, or riding on a diner, just before I hit the sack.
Oh, I asked the Lord above, send me what I love, red hot French fries and Chili Mac. Down on the Gulf of Mexico, where all the senoritas and the cool cats go, you can bet your life they've got to come back for those red hot French fries and Chili Mac. Young or old, or rich or poor, folks who have a lot of jack.
they forget their high class, come right down to my class.
For those red hot French fries and Chili Mac.
Why, oh,
From a movie, but any kind of booty, carousing in my Cadillac. This ain't no crack, it's a natural fact. I gotta have my snack, or I blow my stack. For red hot French fries and Chili Mac. Ooh, red hot French fries and Chili Mac. Ooh, red hot
Yeah, the sound of the Moroccos here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there going out to listener David Fields of Vinyl Nostalgia. That one there from November 55, the Moroccos, Red Hots, and Chili Max. So that is evidently a French fry, I guess. I like, well, listen, I haven't had a French fry in years. They're not good for Johnny G. They can put on the pounds. That's on United Records, by the way. Let us continue. Here we are in the 1955. This is the last record out of 1955, and this is a request for listener Tom Maver. This singer, you all know this singer, born in Memphis, Tennessee. His real name, John Marshall Alexander, but of course we know him as Johnny Ace. Now, he would sign with Don Robey's Duke Records in 1952, had 10 releases on the label. This is his 8th release. I think this is actually the B-side of the 45. It's a great tune. Mine plays, the 78 plays phenomenal on this, which I think I have featured on the program before, the 78 show. And I was wondering to put my 45 needle, take the 45 needle off and put the 78 needle on, because this plays a little rough. The flip side is Any More, I think, is the name of that one. But I don't think this, when I looked at this, I said, I don't think this is the first press, because it should have 45 RPM on one side, but I don't know. But anyway, so I said, let me go looking through my Duke stuff that I have not cleaned, and I didn't see it in there. But anyway, this is his 8th release, and a song he wrote, and it's with the Johnny Board Orchestra. Who's Johnny Board? July 1955. Here is Johnny Ace. Johnny Ace on Duke, going out to listener Tom Maver. It's called How Can You Be So Mean? Here you go, Tom, for you.
That you do when I'm gone, you're kissing someone new. How can you be so mean? How can you be so mean? You tell me, pretty baby, how can you be so mean? My heart is so heavy, so unkind. Can't go on, I'm losing my mind. How can you be so mean? How can you be so mean? Tell me, pretty baby, how can you be so mean? Oh, why do you cause me so much pain? Don't you know you're driving me insane? How can you be so mean? How can you be so mean? You tell me, pretty baby, how can you be so mean?
There you go. That's the great sound of Johnny Ace. That's a cool record, I think. I just wish it sounded better. The grooves are so tight together on that one there. July 1955 on the Don Robey's Duke Records out of Houston, Texas. That is Johnny Ace there, going out to Tom Maver, song entitled How Can You Be So Mean? Well, John G can be mean sometimes when I get kind of irate. I can. I've always been that way. My mother tells me to calm down. I cannot get excited, but I do. It's just if something rubs me the wrong way, sometimes I flip out. Don't ask me why. But anyway, let us continue here. Let's move into 1956. Of course, I was saddened to hear. I was out, I was shopping late yesterday, and I was in the store, and my mother just says to me, Johnny, I see that Neil Sedaka passed away. I was like, what? I said, so, because I saw a picture of him on Facebook, and I don't know if they were saying prayers for him and he was ill or whatever. And he was, he was doing, during COVID, he was like doing shows on Facebook. He was live. He was playing piano and he was singing his songs. He was talking about he had a show on a Sirius where he was talking about the records, and he knew so many people in the business. And I was just, with all these singers dying, I mean, it's depressing. I mean, it is utterly depressing. But they left us with great music, and I wanted to, at least in the shows, or the two shows, feature records that he wrote and co-wrote, and also records that he sang, because a lot of it was for the pop market, but he was really a talented guy. He really was. And he had an in somehow with Atlantic Records, because a lot of the artists there. I mean, I saw a Betty Johnson record, okay, that he wrote. Okay, so I had a couple more downstairs, so maybe I'll see. I have to listen to them, but anyway, and we want to pay tribute to the late Neil Sedaka. He died February 27th on 2026 at the age of 86. Okay, and he wrote so many songs with his writing partner, Howie Greenfield. And he first recorded, of course, with a group. He was with the Tokens. And so I'm sure he was writing songs prior to that, but the release, I think, with the Tokens record came out on Morty Kraft's Melba Records, and they were talking about it. He played like the chimes on Church Bells May Ring, of course, so he was already involved in the music, and maybe he was set up in the Brill Building, I don't know, or how the songs get out there for these artists to pick them out and pick them up. But so many were done by vocal groups and R&B artists, and this was one of them that he wrote together with Howie Greenfield, as done by this great group that we feature all the time here on the Vinyltreasure show, the Clovers out of Washington, D.C. This was their 17th release on the Atlantic record label, and it features John Buddy Bailey on lead. This did chart regionally also. This was a number 7 record on WNOP in Newport, Kentucky from August of 1956. This tune penned one of the writers, I think there are 3 on here, Neil Sedaka and Howie Greenfield. They both wrote this with some other guy. Here are the Clovers on Atlantic. It's called "Bring Me Love," as we remember the late Neil Sedaka. Here we go, folks. Clovers.
Do 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 do.
Such a waste of moonlight since you walked out the door. Please come back, won't you please come back? Bring me love, all your love once more. I never meant to hurt you. Now pride keeps us apart. You must know that I need you so. Bring me love, all your love, sweetheart. Can't you see how I want you? Can't you see how I care? need your touch, need you so much.
Do 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 do.
I can't go on without you.
Do 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 do.
I miss you from the start. How I pray that someday you say, bring me love, all your love, sweetheart. Can't you see how I want you? Can you see how I care? Oh please, come back to me. Need your kiss, need your touch, need you so much. I can't go on without you. I miss you from the start. How I pray that someday you'll say, bring me love, all your love, sweetheart.
That's August 1956 release there for the Clovers. John Buddy Bailey on lead. The Clovers on Atlantic Records. What I say, their 17th release for Atlantic. Bring Me Love, showing you the writing skills of the late Neil Sedaka there and his other buddies there, Howie Greenfield. And Bring Me Love is the name of the tune. We'll have more. I have more coming up here in the program, but let us continue now. Let's fill a request for listener Bill Olben, New Jersey. We go back out to California. This is actually female lead with male backing. And this gal, she is the older sister of Cornell Gunter, whose group is backing her up on this. The group is called The Flares. Of course, they recorded for the Flare record label. Here they are on the Bahari Brothers modern record label, backing up a Shirley Gunter, his sister. This is from September of 1956, and this is on the modern record label. I hate styrene, I do, but it's a song she wrote. Shirley Gunter and the Flares on modern. It's called Fortune in Love. This is going out to listener Bill Obe. Here you go, Bill, for you.
I don't want a fortune in silver. I don't want a fortune in gold. But let me tell you where my fortune lies, in the love that never grows old. Some folks say rubies are priceless, also diamonds and pearls. The most priceless thing in the whole wide world is your everlasting love. You think you want this, you think you want that, but nothing seems to satisfy. And then you soon find out without a shadow of doubt, true love is all that counts. Whoa, I don't want a fortune in silver. I don't want a fortune in gold. The most priceless thing in the whole wide world is your everlasting love. But let me tell you where my fortune lies, in the love that never grows old. Some folks say rubies are priceless, also diamonds and pearls. The most priceless thing in the whole wide world is your everlasting love. Well, you think you want this, you think you want that, but nothing seems to satisfy. And then you soon find out without a shadow of doubt, true love is all that counts. Whoa, I don't want a fortune in silver. I don't want a fortune in gold. The most priceless thing in the whole wide world is your everlasting love.
it's a cool tune. Actually, I got to say, I said it was on crappy styrene. So I got to get rid of that needle that I'm using. You see, you got to be careful with your needles, because if you play the styrene records with a bad needle, that they can get ruined. They can. So when I do my testing of records, I don't play the needles that I play for the show. I leave those separate. I have a number of sets of needles that I set, or styli, that I set up for my shows. Like I have a special one I use for my soul show on Wednesday. The 78s are kept special, and then the for the Saturday night shows are kept special. And I kind of like time it a little bit, but it's really with the sound. Now that sounded to me, that sounded okay. It didn't sound well on the other, with the needle I was using to test the records. But there you go, a cool tune there, going out to Bill Olben, New Jersey, September 1956. Shirley, Gunter, and the Flares backing her up on that, on the modern record label. Fortune in Love is the name of the tune. Sometimes these records can cost you a fortune. Listen, I'm the one that knows. Let's continue now. And let's fill a request now for James Stone in our YouTube chat room. And Billy Ward and the Dominoes, they would leave Sid Nathan's Federal record label in August of 1954 to sign with Jerry Blaine's Jubilee label for 2 releases, or maybe, I think that was the signing. I think that's how it went. Then they ended up on Decca Records for 6 releases. Now, James requested their second release, a tune written by Billy Ward. Now, this features the great Jackie Wilson on lead for this one. And Charlene, this date, was this a Ferdy Gonzalez date? Because the interesting thing is, on this copy, okay, usually Ferdy's really good when he has the months, if that is the case. I don't know if Charlene got this. Usually Ferdy would have this in his disco file, would have the release date, because he would get them from the record companies. They would send him like a file, or however the data would come in, and he would like accumulate it. So on my copy here, well, she's got October 56, and maybe that's what Ferdy has, but they have here September 21, 1956, whatever station got this. But here is, either way, Billy Ward and the Dominoes on Decca Records, going out to James Stone, the great Jackie Wilson on lead. It's called Will You Remember, parentheses, When You Are Far Away. Here you go, James, for you, the Dominoes.
Will you remember when you are far away? Will you remember our love today? When silver moonlight bathes in the gold of day, will you remember the things you said? If you are caught in the spell of the evening, it is only my heart you're deceiving. Will you remember the things I say are true? Then please remember that I love you. If you are caught in the spell of the evening, it is only my heart you're deceiving.
that I love you.
That I love you.
There you go. That one there going out to James Stone. That's the sound of Billy Ward and the Dominoes with the great Jackie Wilson. Yes, Jackie Wilson. You can also hear him on my Wednesday evening soul show right here on YouTube, also on Oldies and More Radio. We're live on Oldies and I will not be live on Oldies and More Radio tomorrow, though, tomorrow evening. But that one there from September 1956. Billy Ward and the Dominoes on Decca. Will you remember, parentheses, when you are far away? Well, I hope you remember to come back to the Vinyl Treasure Show as we continue here. We are in the 1956 block. Let's fill a request for Bill Schmaltz in Florida. This is another, as Reed knows his rare records. It's another collector's corner item, I have to say. Although I have to mention, I won this off of eBay many, many years ago. It was interesting how many great buys I did get at the early stages of eBay. They're not good now, not with charging me sales tax. And I don't know if they got this cheap or not, but it was somewhere up there. But it's a hard record because when Greg Surik came here one afternoon, he said, "Do you have this record?" And so he saw it and he wanted to buy it off of me. I said, "I don't sell my records unless I got a duplicate. Okay, I'm not going to sell it to you." But he wanted it. Not that he wanted to offer me a lot. Maybe I would have done it, but I decided not to. But this is a request for Bill Schmaltz as we go out to Los Angeles, California. This vocal quartet, they have 2 releases on this label called Caroline Records, okay? And the group included tenors, Leon Hughes and his brother Elder O'Neill, along with Grady Bridges. And the bass for the group, his name is Mac McKent. And this was their first of 2 on the Caroline record label. And let's see, they are doing backup on this release. I don't know if that's it here. No, that's not correct. This is their second release on the label, okay? And they're backing up Clay Hammond and Johnny Young. This is their... Wait a minute. Yeah, this is their second release, okay? This group would become the I think that's called the Signals. That's a record I don't have, by the way. I think they're the Signals on the Lionel label, okay? But anyway, this is from 1956. Here are the celebrities on Caroline. The song is called This Is My Plea. This is going out to Bill Schmaltz. Here you go, Bill, for you.
Baby, tell me that you'll
Yeah, that qualifies as a collector corner record, folks. A lot of people looking for that 45. Not that easy to find, I'm telling you. Celebrities there. Celebrities, the vocalists on there, they are Clay Hammond and Johnny Young, 1956. They're first of two for the celebrities on the Caroline record label. This Is My Plea for Bill Schmaltz. Bill, did you ever own that 45? Because Bill used to have some records I think he sold many, many years ago. Johnny G here on a Saturday as we continue here. Looking at the time here. Yeah, it's got a half hour to go before we sign off here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request now for listener Gary Spring in Canada in our YouTube chat room. Now, Gary, I think you told me you were celebrating a birthday. I forgot the day. Charlene doesn't have it on here. But I think you said you were having a birthday. Is it belated? Wow, there's a copyright on that record, if you believe it. That's amazing on that rare 45. But anyway, I know Gary either experienced or will experience a birthday really soon. I don't know when, Gary. I forget. I don't have it on here. But this group is related to the Four Fellows. Okay, the Four Fellows that recorded for Triborough Records back in 1953. And which included Cass Bridges, who was a member of that Triborough group, along with another singer by the name of Bobby Tompkins, who is on lead on this tune. Well, they have one on the Saxony record label in early 1956, and this is one on Morty Kraft's Selma record label. And the interesting thing is, because Gary requested this so much well, I think it was like on Sunday night or Monday, Gary requested it. This song, okay, co-written by Neil Sedaka and Howard Greenfield. Believe it or not, it is. So this one here from October of 1956, here are the Victorians. This is on Morty Kraft's Selma Records, very similar to Melba Records. And the song is called Wedding Bells, going out to Gary Spring in our YouTube chat room. Here you go, Gary, for you.
Wedding bells in the chapel, all the wonders that they bring, how my heart is filled with music. Every time that they ring, there's two hearts in the chapel with a dream that's been fulfilled. And a lifetime together. Is there's a love to build? Sweetest thing, the magic that they do. Every time it rings, another wish has come true. Wedding bells in the chapel. How I love their melody. For today in the chapel, they'll be ringing for me. Those bells, they'll be ringing for me. Ringing for me.
Yeah, it's a great tune there. The group is called the Victorians. Victorians there from October 1956. That's the same group that recorded on Saxony. Okay, same group. And that tune written by Neil Sedaka and Howard Greenfield, the late Neil Sedaka. And that one they're going out to Gary Spring. Belated birthday wishes to Gary Spring, who celebrated his birthday on Friday. We're going to say happy birthday to Gary. The Victorians there on Selma with Wedding Bells. That I bought that record from Ted Artkowski. Okay, he's like, okay, Johnny, I'm going to pull this record out and sell it to you. I forget what he sold it to me for, but I used to talk to Fred Fred. Okay, well, he knew Fred Bond. But anyway, but if anybody knows how Ted is doing, I haven't heard from him in a long, long time. But I hope he's doing well. We used to talk quite often, really. But anyway, let us continue here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's go back out to California. This time, we're going to kill two birds with one stone because two people requested this record. James Pomerico and also Chris Reed requested this tune. This group is out of California. They included George Comfort, baritone, Cecil Dandy, baritone, Bowling H. Mansfield, first tenor, Ellison B. White, bass. Collectively, they were known as the Bombers, okay? Prior to this release, though, they recorded as the Four Jacks. Okay, it's a little bit out of sequence, but anyway, it's okay. The Four Jacks on Sid Nathan's Federal record label. But, okay. Let's see. This is a late September of 1955. These are the Bombers. It's their second of two on the Orpheus label. I think this made, correct me if I'm wrong, Mike Sape, I think this, because I took this out of the Relic Survey box, I think. It's from September 56. Here are the Bombers on Orpheus, going out to James Pomerico and Chris Reed. The song is called Two-Time Heart. The Bombers. Here we go, folks.
Two-time heart, you think you're so doggone smart, hanging me upon a tree. Someday you will see just what you've done to me. Two-time heart, how could you be so mean, busting up all of my dreams? You did this with your two-faced scheme. Someday someone will come along, then you know how wrong you've been. This dirty, rotten sin, two-time heart. You see that sad, sad tale of a Humpty Dumpty will come true. For a good for nothing, two-time heart like you. Sin, two-time heart. You see that sad, sad tale of a Humpty Dumpty will come true. For a good for nothing, two-time heart like you. Two-time heart.
There you go, September 1956 release there for the Bombers. That's their second of two. Big Dave, I know the first one comes out on red vinyl. I don't know about the second, though. But these are the Bombers on Orpheus Records. Two-Time Heart is the name of the tune. That one there going out to James Pomerico and also going out to Chris Reed. There you go. And we still are in the 1956 block. Let's fill a request now for Casey Hines. We go back out to Los Angeles, California to the Baharis Brothers RPM record label. Of course, this group recording as both the Cadets and also as the Jacks. I think first as the Cadets, though, in April of 1955. When the Feathers released Why Don't You Write Me, the Bahari Brothers decided it would be a great song for the Cadets to cover. But, of course, they couldn't put it out, okay, because the Cadets were, their first release on Modern was already out, so they decided to put out that song, that cover of Why Don't You Write Me, out on the RPM record label and change the name of the group to the Jacks. So they had two records out at the same time, and but that is the reason. But this one here is their well, when she's got 4th of 6 on RPM. It features Willie Davis on lead. This is going out to Casey Hines in Paris from January 56. Here are the Jacks on RPM. I decided not to play the styrene red label. I said, let me go with the black label because it plays better. These are the Jacks with their tune called So Wrong. Here you go, Casey, for you, the Jacks.
So wrong. I made a big mistake. Big mistake. Still, I hope not too late. Not too late. Yes, you meant everything to me. I was blind and couldn't see. Yes, I was so wrong. I've lost my self-control. Self-control. Never meant to hurt your soul. Hurt your soul. Take my love. I'll be true and prove to you that I was so wrong. Take my love, I'll be true and prove to you that I was so wrong.
Yeah, sounds of California here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there going out to Casey Hines in Paris, Willie Davis and the Jacks on the RPM record label from January 56. So Wrong is the name of that tune. We're gonna go. It's two right now. It says 2:44, so we got like 15 minutes to go here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. But let us continue. We are in the 1956 block. And last week, I featured a group out of North Philadelphia, okay, known as the Playboys, okay, and I featured, it was for, who was it for? No, Charlene doesn't have it here. Last week I featured their first of two. You know who you were. I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't remember who, but I would have if I wrote it down, but I did not. But that prompt, I played their record on Over the Weekend was the name of the tune. Was that Tom? I think it was it Tom Doyle, maybe, possibly? Tim Doyle, I think. Okay, but anyway, that prompted Bob Bosco to email Johnny G and say, do you have their release on the Rainbow record labels? But I wasn't sure, so I checked my Ken Klee book, and I saw that it was checked off. So my mother helped me find 4 records today. I brought her the boxes. She was thumbing through, and she found this. I had to clean it, but I did. And it's the group's debut single, okay, it came out in July of 1956. Now, the members of this group, they were a self-contained group. They were Ronnie James on guitar, Ray D'Agostino on sax, Joe Franziosa on bass, and Irv Melman on piano, and Lou Morrow on drums. And the lead singer on this, his name is Sammy Vale. This is their debut single on Eddie Heller's Rainbow Records, July 56. The Playboys, going out to Bob Bosco. The song is called Whenever. Here you go, Bob, for you. The Playboys.
Whenever you need someone to love you, baby, call on me to hold you, to kiss you, to love you some more. Whenever you need someone to hold you, baby, call on me to hold you, to kiss you, to love you some more. 'Cause you know that I will wait for you. Yes, you know that I love only you. Love only you. Whenever you need someone to thrill you, baby, call on me to hold you, to kiss you, to love you some more. Love only you, love only you. Whenever you need someone to thrill you, baby, call on me to hold you, to kiss you, to love you some more, more, more. To hold you, to kiss you, to thrill you, to love you some more.
Yeah, there you go. That one there going out to Bob Bosco. That's the sound. I bet you never heard that record, folks, most of you. Those are the Playboys from July 56. That's on Eddie Heller's Rainbow record label. That's the debut single for the Playboys called Whenever. My sister Tony used to say that to me. No, hers was Whatever, not Whenever. Anyway, let us continue here, and we got 2 more out of the year 1956. Again, we want to pay tribute to the great writing skills of the late Neil Sedaka. Here is another song that he co-wrote with his writing partner, Howie Greenfield. Can't remember nothing. Okay. And again, showing that he had some kind of connection with the Atlantic record label, because this is a girl group on the Atlantic label. This great group from Brooklyn, New York. They are the Cookies. I think at this time they might have been a trio. I'm not sure. I haven't checked this, okay, which I needed to check. But they are Margie Hendricks, Dorothy Jones, and Ethel McCrae. Okay, from January 1956, as, again, we pay a tribute to the late Neil Sedaka. Here are the Cookies. It's a great tune also, by the way, on Atlantic. The song is called Passing Time. The Cookies on Atlantic.
Just passing time, be-doo. Oh, why, ever since you went away, be-doo. Oh, why, and I find these lonesome nights just go on. Ever since you gone, I'm blue. It's such a crime. Spent with you, I miss you so. Oh, be-doo. Oh, why? Oh, my darling, please return. Be-doo. Oh, why? And until your arms once more will be mine, I'll be passing time should have been spent with you. I miss you so. Oh, be-doo. Oh, why? Oh, my darling, please return. Be-doo. Oh, why? And until your arms once more will be mine, I'll be passing time alone, alone, alone.
As we pass time. That's a great record. I have to say. I like that record a lot. I do. Those are the Cookies there, showing the talents of the late Neil Sedaka and Howie Greenfield there, January 1956. The Cookies with Passing Time as we continue. And one more from the year 1956. This is a request for listener Dan Costco. This trio, they hail from Los Angeles, California. They included Bill and Marge Stafford, okay, and Doug Culbertson. Collectively, they were known as the Staffords. Now, my mother found all three in my Decca stash. She found them. I was like, you found two? She found two, and this in another box, so she did good. Okay, now, Dan requested their third, this tune written by Al Trace and Lou Douglas and Sid Flick from September 56. Let's give a listen to the Staffords, like the Stafford Wives, the Staffords on Decca. It's called Once You Were There. Here you go, Dan, for you.
I never knew there was such loneliness. The sun has disappeared from up above. And now there's no use to tell my troubles to. I can't believe that we are through. It isn't easy to forget the past. I thought our love would always last and last. I'll always remember once there was you. Once there was you to share my happiness.
Once there was you to share my love.
I can't believe that we are through.
I can't believe we're through.
It isn't easy to forget the past. I thought our love would always last and last. I'll always remember once there was you.
All right, Dan Costco, that is for you. There you go. The sound of the Staffords. The Stafford, that was the Staffords. I'm kind of messed up on that. Who did that? Ed Brown? You did. Anyway, September 1956. That's the third release on the Decca record label. The Staffords with Once You Were There. Well, you could say you were here on a Saturday evening. Two more 45s to go before we sign off here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. Let's fill a request now for listener Daniel Kubacki in our YouTube chat room. Now, this is the B-side to the debut single of this girl group from Harlem, New York, and they were all between the ages of 11 and 15 years old when they began recording, really beginning at the school glee club and in church, and they were known originally as the Harlem Queens, okay, but the brass at Atlantic heard about them and signed them, and their debut single became the group's biggest hit. I'm sure many of you know the song. It was called Mr. Lee. It was a 45 that my aunt purchased in sometime in June of 1957. But Daniel Kubacki requested the B-side of the 45, which is really cool, too, because I used to play this a lot for my aunt's 45, okay? It features Emma Port on lead, our first of 6 for the Atlantic label, May 57, the Bobettes on Atlantic. It's called Look at the Stars for Daniel Kubacki. Here you go, Daniel, for you.
Darling, they're shining very bright. Look in my eyes, darling, they're full of love tonight. Look at the stars, darling, tell me you love me so. Oh, 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 oh. Ooh, look in my eyes, darling, don't be a bashful guy. Look at the moon, darling, don't try to tell a lie. Just hold me tight, darling, tell me you love me so. Oh, 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 oh. Well, darling, look at the sky. Oh, yes, baby, don't be so shy. Don't mean maybe. Give it a try. Right now, baby. Gee, you're a bashful guy. Ooh, look at the stars, darling. Tell me what do they say? Look in my eyes, darling. Don't try to get away. Look at the stars, darling. Tell me you love me so. Oh, 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 oh.
Yeah, B-sides here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. That one there going out to listener Daniel Kubacki. Those are the Bobettes. That's the B-side to Mr. Lee, May 1957 on the Atlantic record label. The song is called Look at the Stars, and that's Emma Port on lead. Well, time to look at the stars. That's going to do it for Johnny G and the Vinyl Treasure Show. I want to thank you for joining Johnny G, listening to these cool 45s out of my collection. If you have a request, you want to get on a future show, please email me at vinyltreasures@aol.com. If I have the 45, I'll feature it. Hopefully, if I can find it easily, I will do it more often. But anyway, so I want to thank everybody here for tuning into the program. And again, the show should be up momentarily up on YouTube. If you missed any of the program, you won't have the chat. That usually takes about an hour or two before the chat posts up. They're usually pretty quick with the show here. They weren't that quick in the past, but they were. And I only think I saw 2 copyright issues or 3 coming up during the pro, so that's not bad for me anyway. But I want to thank everybody for that. I'll be back tomorrow evening beginning at 9 p.m. We'll be continuing here with the 1957. I think I got a couple things from 56. I want to look at a couple other songs that Neil Sedaka wrote. We'll be playing some of his tunes, some of his early tunes, and maybe some of his B-sides. Not many, a few, but ones you don't often hear. They don't play them anywhere, but you'll hear them here on the Vinyl Treasure Show. So we're going to close the show tonight with a request it's actually a flip side request for listener Mike Campbell in Florida, as last week Mike requested the 4th release on Whirling Disc Records for Earl Lewis and the Channels. The side we played was called Flames in My Heart. We're going to close out with the flip side tonight, a tune written by the lead singer, Mr. Earl Lewis, from July 1957. I showed you that stock copy made at the Monarch Pressing Plant in California with the smaller logo. I prefer this style, though. It's a promo here. July 1957, our closer, Earl Lewis and the Channels on Whirling Disc. The song is called My Lovin' Baby, going out to listener Mike Campbell. That's going to do it, folks. I hope you'll consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, or at least give me a thumbs up. You got to be signed into YouTube in order to do that. But anyway, thank you all for tuning in this evening. I hope to see some of you tomorrow evening at 9 p.m. right here on oldiesandmore.com or also YouTube. Just want to say, everybody, so long. Here you go, Mike, for you. The Channels, My Lovin' Baby. Take care, everybody.